Restani code. He's the best, better than all the rest. After hours with TC Restani.
Welcome to the After Hours of TC Restani, the podcast. I'm TC Restani, emanating from the palatial podcast penthouse here at Restani Productions for another fun-filled episode of After Hours. I'm going to round the horn right now and introduce my esteemed panel of experts, starting on my immediate left, the milkman himself, the one and the only Quincy Briscoe.
And how you doing tonight?
Unbelievable, Quincy. We're doing fantastic down here. We're getting all new technology tuned up down here at Restani Productions, and it's unbelievable. Speaking of somebody who's unbelievable over here, my mentor, Mr. Ricky Bittman, playing on his phone.
I'm looking up facts about Weetabix.
Weetabix, huh?
Before the mics were hot?
The mics were not hot
They're
yet.
not hot. Okay, so now they're hot?
They're hot as Weetabix factory.
Before the mics went hot, we were talking about the fact that Joe works in the Weetabix.
That is right. Our friend Joe over in England works at the Weetabix
I never
factory.
knew that, and I'm telling you, I'm very impressed by that because I'm familiar with Weetabix.
You are?
Because I'm also familiar with British humor. And Weetabix takes a drubbing from a lot of British comedians.
A drubbing?
Yeah.
Can you give me a definition of drubbing?
Well, they make fun of it.
Okay. They
It's
rag on it?
It's like the equivalent of like America and government cheese. People make fun of government cheese.
What about a government mule, as JR would say?
Well, no, it's not that at all. See, what he does, you trigger a word in his head, and he just tries to take the conversation in another direction.
Back to Weetabix.
Thank you. And government cheese. So it's kind of like a joke. People see it. Like if Mr. Bean grabbed a box of Weetabix and went like, ugh, everyone in the audience would laugh.
Did the young ones ever have Weetabix?
They probably did. Matter of fact, if I know the young ones, the Weetabix probably came alive and marched to the apartment and killed someone.
Or puked on somebody.
Yeah, that could be the vomiting Weetabix. Right there, that could be a whole episode of the young ones.
That's right. Vivian finds it in a washing machine.
Wow.
Or no, that was Neil.
That was Neil. I'm sorry. No.
Right. Vivian was the one who told like that.
That's right. Vivian.
Neil was the one who's very...
That's right.
What are you doing, Quincy? What are you unplugging?
And then you have Rick, who didn't want to sit in the rickety chair.
And then there was Mike, the cool guy. Yeah. Who looked
But
like,
anyway...
you know who you look like? He looked like TT Boy, the porn
Yes,
star.
he did. Yeah, that hair.
Speaking of that, have you seen...
Well, anyway, Joe, I'm very, very impressed that you work at the Weetabix. Like, I used to work at the Gillette Razor Blade factory when I was a kid.
Is that why you have all those scars?
Yeah, and it's like people would be like, hey, that's cool. You work at Gillette. That's a worldwide brand. And then now Joe works at Weetabix. I'm just...
And it's a worldwide brand.
Yeah, and I'm very... Listen, it doesn't take a lot to impress me. But by the same token, I'm very impressed.
Let's give a round of applause to Joe.
Yes, please.
And Graham.
Oh, Graham. Now, does he work at the Cracker Factory, Graham? Graham Cracker?
Hold on. Do I have the ring shot here? No, wrong one. It's been a while since I hit these buttons over here. There we go. I don't know, but I've talked to Graham. He likes going on what they call holiday.
Oh, they all do over there.
A holiday.
They shut down for like a whole month. They call them bank holidays.
Why?
I have no idea.
You're into that European mumbo jumbo.
You know, well, sometimes we're very lazy. I just accept the fact that there's a thing called bank holidays, and they all just they go to the beach.
Even in the winter?
Yeah, they go to, what's that beach they go to? Brighton Beach? No, that's in...
Do they have memoirs?
There's some beach. Pangton. I think Pangton.
Oh, of course, Pangton.
Yeah, that's like a little... I've heard of that on Monty Python.
Is it a shark-infested waters?
I don't think over there.
You too cold?
Probably.
You think the sharks would like Weetabix?
No.
You don't think so? I personally have never tried a Weetabix. I know they sell it in the United States.
It looks like incredible roughage.
Incredible roughage, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're backed up there and plums aren't working,
It looks like it would do the trick.
you're gonna get some Weetabix.
Yeah.
So Joe, you sent us jelly babies.
Send us some Weetabix.
Send Ricky Bittman some Weetabix.
That British stuff, none of this American stuff. It's like the Guinness and Ireland. You want to get it over there. You don't want to really get it here, they say, but I'll still drink it anyway.
Well, as long as it's free, right?
Like those jelly babies.
Those jelly babies, you remember where I first found out about jelly babies?
From me.
No.
Well, who?
Doctor Who.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
That was his favorite snack, jelly babies.
And the Beatles loved them.
Actually, Doctor Who was before the Beatles.
Yeah, but the Beatles liked them too.
Really?
They used to throw them on stage.
Do you think it was because of Doctor Who?
Probably. They were probably fans.
All right. How come they didn't guest star on it?
That would have been something, huh?
Well, how come they didn't guest star on the young ones? Every British band seemed to be on that show.
I told you they almost went on to Saturday Night Live. John Lennon and Paul McCartney.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the young ones.
No, they couldn't get a cab. Lauren Michaels was offering them money to appear, and they were like saying, what if we went down right now? And then they went outside to try to hail a cab, and they couldn't, which strikes me as odd in New York City. But anyway,
They could have just walked.
Yeah.
Were they coming from the
He was
Dakota?
up to Dakota, yeah.
Dakota to NBC is only like...
They're two famous Beatles. They can't walk the streets of Manhattan. They'll get attacked.
Obviously, well, you know what happened on...
Well, yeah, he
on
can't even walk to his front door. For
what was that, December 8th? Or
December 8th, 1980.
Yeah, there you go. Unbelievable. Well, we have a lot to talk about here on After Hours at TC Restani.
We do.
Well, the big topic, as we made reference to on the last episode, was you were going to go into Boston, along with myself, to meet none other than William Shatner, Captain Kirk himself, T.J. Hooker.
That's right.
Your experience, tell us, the whole world's listening.
Well, it went a lot better than I anticipated because I really was prepared for the worst, which is kind of like something I always do, shamefully so. But so I made it in there, and just because I'm Ricky Bittman doesn't mean it's like, hey, Ricky, come on up to the front of the line. I'll give you a free autograph. No, it wasn't like that at all. The man's there for. Plus, I don't know him, and just because we're famous doesn't mean we know famous people.
It's true. It's true.
So we had to muck
Except
in.
for me, what happened to me the following
That's
day.
true. That's true. That's true. 100%. But we had to muck in with the great unwashed and go through the lines on our own.
And emphasize the great unwashed. That is true.
There was a few of them that were a little
They should give out clothespins at the front door at these things.
a little ripe in the pants. A couple of people here and there. But I went and I was prepared to be scoured at and admonished for my appreciation of his talent. But he couldn't have been nicer.
Now, I have to give William Shatner all the credit in the world. I've been very down on him because I met him 34 years ago, and he was not the friendliest guy in the world. But I guess that cancer scare that he had really changed his tune. It was like Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah. Or he's just mellowing with age. But I mean,
And
Jesus.
because I've never seen him that, interactive before with fans.
He was talking to the kids and everything.
Sure.
He made them take a picture twice, which I was like,
I remember that.
When they went to set that picture up the second time, I goes, all right, he's gonna blow his stack right here. But no, he was like, no, make sure you got it right and everything. He was very, very accommodating. He was worried that like the pen wasn't working on my picture, and I was like, no, we're fine. Don't even worry about it, because he gave me this look like I'm sorry about it. I was like, no, keep going.
Move along. But he didn't do that.
No, he couldn't have been any more charming.
And there, you got a picture with the man.
Look at that.
There it is on the screen right there. I like the Jaws outfit you have.
Well, I was trying to go incognito, as they say it on Mexican way, because that is the bootleg Jaws shirt from Wells Beach, Maine. Not like from Amity Island.
Well, Amity Island is not really in it either, but...
And it did a couple of fanboys, and they said, not the beach in the moon, babe. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're very observant there, Poindexter. Where's your mother?
No, Poindexter wasn't there.
See what he does?
Yeah, can you believe that?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Poindexter was. But Toshiro was there from Revenge of the Nerds.
That's right.
I wonder if he heard that I did a rendition on the last episode. Remember the rap I did?
Oh, that's right. He would have loved that.
He would have loved it because Takashi's beating on his gone.
Why didn't we mention that to him?
Because he was busy. And I was too busy meeting Robbie Rist.
That's right.
Of course. Ladies and gentlemen, Quincy, do you know who Robbie Rist is by any chance? Robbie Rist.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about Robbie Rist?
Well, I asked you if you knew who it is, but now
No,
so you're finally admitting you don't know who he is.
He invented the wristwatch.
Oh, well, then he probably made a mint, maybe 10, 20 mints.
I think it was actually his grandfather that invented the wristwatch, but Robbie Rist was a character on the Brady Bunch, Quincy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he played Cousin Oliver.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well, then, okay. Then now I know who he is.
And I asked him to sign the Brady Bunch picture. He had because he did a lot of voices for like Ninja Turtles and all the other animated stuff.
Freaking Ninja Turtles. Jesus, they're everywhere.
That I've never heard of before. I wanted that Cousin Oliver. And as you see on the screen right now, there he is. He put little arrows around.
Yeah, he went hard on that. I couldn't understand what that was, but it's kind of
He
entertaining.
was pointing to the Boldu.
But I mean, he pointed to it all right.
And then he wrote Jinx underneath it because that's what he was on those Brady Bunch episodes. And he wrote the character name Oliver.
That was cute.
So if Jeff was here right now, he'd be going, wow, 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 wow. But
Okay, Robbie Rist. Well,
Robbie Rist. But back to William Shatner. I mean, I was very impressed with the man this time.
Yes, I had nothing to compare it to, only the horror stories I've heard. And I just want to add, he was very impressed that I brought my own 8x10 of him as Sergeant T.J. Hooker.
Correct.
Because everything they were selling there and everything that
Trek.
everybody had in line was Captain James Tiberius Kirk. So I went strictly with T.J. Hooker, and couldn't have been more pleased because I already had Adrian Zmed Romano, and of course the lovely Heather Locklear, who was Stacy. So.
Well, you think he's going to have what, like Rescue 911 stills?
I know. Well, what else has he been in? I mean, he's been in a lot of movies. He could have had the stills from The Twilight Zone. He's very, very, the guy on the plane.
Do you know who directed that episode?
Steven Spielberg.
No.
Who?
Richard Donner,
Really?
who directed Superman and all the
that's
Lethal
right.
Weapons movies.
That's right.
And for those people out there, we did not get to see Mel Gibson at this.
No, even if he was there when we were there, we wouldn't be able to see
Because
him.
he was locked off in his own little alcove.
Yeah.
And I've seen the pictures online. People paid $700 to meet Mel Gibson, and it looked like a cardboard stand-up.
Miserable sourpuss.
You could have AI'd a better picture with the man.
You look at it. I mean, listen. Mel Gibson was a good-looking man. He has not aged well at all. I don't know what the hell happened to him.
He's got to be, what 73,
But
74
still, you know,
years
he's,
old?
he's in decent shape.
He looks
I
like he's
mean,
been sitting out the sun for about 10 years.
That, and I tell you right now, I know the guy. We know he tips a few. That'll do you in hard drinking.
You think that's what it was?
Yeah,
Okay.
because he probably doesn't drink just beer like me. He probably goes to the hard stuff. That gives you an edge.
A lot of people think, oh, well, he's from Australia. Wrong.
He's from New Zealand, isn't he?
No.
Where's he from?
Peekskill, New York, he was born.
Why does he have that accent?
Because he moved to Australia with his family when he was very young.
Well, that's a bunch of
Do you know what
BS.
other famous show took place in Peekskill, New York?
show.
Yeah.
Facts of Life.
Correct.
There you go.
Correctamundo.
That was 100% guess right there. I don't know why I guessed that.
You take the good, you take the bad.
There you have the facts of life.
And
The
you-
facts of life.
And do you know who sings that song?
I knew, but I forgot.
Of course you did. Yeah.
Nell Carter.
No.
Who?
Alan Thicke.
In the thick of the night.
In the thick of the night. Jason Seaver from Growing Pains.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, have you seen the AI opening someone created of Growing Pains?
No.
It's called Alcoholic Dad.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, it is hysterical. You have to find it. Go on any of your social medias out there and look for the Alcoholic Dad spoof.
Oh, dear
It's
God.
AI of all the real people from Growing Pains, and it's him getting violent in all of the scenes.
This AI stuff, I'm telling you.
There are some winners out there.
Oh, there is, but I'm just saying it's incredible.
I saw that, and I was in tears when I saw that.
That's funny.
It was too funny.
I'll have to check that one out. I used to watch that show. That's a show I watched for some reason.
Really.
Yeah, but it was when it was in syndication.
I used to watch the spinoff.
There was a spinoff?
Remember Coach Lubbock? Speaking of Graham T. Lubbock, played by Bill Kirchenbauer.
No.
The stand-up comic, and they did this show called Just the 10 of Us, where he had like 8 daughters. They're all hot, and they moved the show out to like Northern California. Well, there was a girl on the show named Jamie Lunar who had red hair, who I was obsessed with
I remember
when I was
yeah.
when I was in like the 11th or 12th grade.
I remember you talking about her.
And then years later, she did Chiller Theater in New Jersey, and she was kind of half in the bag. And she brought people over and gave them hugs and whatnot. I wish there was a picture of this. If Jeff was alive, he was there to testify. Actually, the guy who played George McFly in Back to the Future 2 and 3 was standing next to us. She was so drunk, she made me pose like we were in a prom picture, and she put my hands on her knobs.
Oh, wow.
And I'm saying to myself, if my 17-year-old self knew that like fucking 20 years down the line,
Someday you're gonna
I'd
be
be
holding
feeling
those
up the
cans.
girl from Just the 10 of Us, I would never have believed that in a second.
It's good to have goals.
Hey, bucket list item crossed, all right? Right then and there. So your overall experience at your very first, that you weren't as a guest
Yeah,
at.
as a fan, I loved it. Well, I loved it and I didn't. But I just, the thing is, those vendors. I mean, we talked about that when we were down there. I mean, it's everybody selling something, which is kind of a drag, you know. But I mean, there really wasn't a lot of exhibits or anything like that. I know the Hobbits were coming the next day. That was probably exciting. And those guys were spotted all over town. They were drinking at Sam Adams Tap Room, and they were in Faneuil Hall posing with the statues. They were having a hell of a time.
and they did the
Hobbits.
cop slide as well.
Yes, that's right. So they had a good time, but I don't know what I was expecting, really. I know that they have to have vendors there, but just some of the vendors are just very strange.
Well, there's a lot of vendors and there's a lot of local artists pushing their art and all of this
Yeah.
stuff. But it's just like, how much money do you have on you if you can buy all
Yeah.
this crap?
Yeah. I mean, I just...
Because these autographs aren't cheap.
Yeah, and they had, like, people were selling candy and soda and things like that, and I don't know. It was good, and what was it, the guy that we saw that made the R2-D2 on the 3D printer?
Oh, that was unbelievable.
That was something else.
I mean, hopefully, one of our people who work on the show, Chip, is here. Was very good with 3D rendering over there. Maybe he could make us an R2D2
a
somewhere.
full-size
down the line.
R2-D2.
I didn't know he had that finger that long. He's given to us right now. So
How long did the guy say he'd been working on that?
Oh, years,
he said 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years he's been working on the thing. But it looked real.
It looked just like remember the guy that we had on the show?
Dana. That guy's name was Dana.
But this is like he made this just by
Printing it.
keyed something in.
There you go. We need a 3D print of Quincy.
We got to make a 3D printed wig for him. That would be nice. Like a nice wavy wig you could just stick
Oh,
on
actually, let's go to our big first-time commercial break.
Oh.
And then I'm going to show you a picture that we took a little early because we were doing some upgrades in the back. So we'll be right back
I wasn't even prompted.
after this big-time commercial break.
Hello, I'm Abigail Harwich, the new executive producer of After Hours with TC Restani, and I want you to be on our award-winning talk show. Follow the information that's on the screen. I can't wait to see you on After Hours with TC Restani.
All righty, welcome back from that first big-time commercial break. We want you out there on this program. You want to be a guest? You heard what Abby says. Send us an email. Be on our TV show, be on our podcast. Come down here, hang around with Quincy, hang around with Bittman, hang around with TC. But before we went to commercial break, you were talking about a wig for Quincy. Yeah. Well, backstage at Restani Productions earlier, we got the floor painted down here at the studio, right? Looks unbelievable. And Quincy volunteered to dust up, all the footprints that were on the new floor, and we got a brand new dust mop. And there's the picture on the screen right now of him wearing. You look like something out of Dr. Seuss with that thing on, Quince.
Let me have a look at my beautiful self.
There it is. Look at that.
He looks like Dirty Frank on Jabberwocky.
He does look like, but Dirty Frank was brown.
Brown,
not
yeah, but
blue.
like that same look.
How you doing? I'm Dirty Frank. Well, look at that. That's unbelievable. So you had fun at the Fan Expo.
Yeah, I did. It was a lot of fun. And in addition to Shatner, we saw the guy from Breaking Bad, whose name I can never remember.
Dean Norris,
who was Hank.
Hank.
Yeah, that was cool to see him. In addition, we saw Robbie Rist, a Japanese guy that was on the show Lost that I used to watch before it got terrible. Who else?
I think that was it.
Yeah.
Friday, they didn't overstock the shelves with all the celebrities, as they usually do.
I do want to give a shout out to the young man who cosplayed as Conky from Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Yes, they had the red carpet where they got the awards for best cosplay, and he was in the lineup there. And you went berserk when you saw him.
Listen, this young man, it was a homemade costume, you could tell. Everyone else had the stuff that they bought online. They go to these replica sites, and if you want the suit that the Joker wears, they make them, and you can buy them probably for like $800, $900. This kid made his own Conky suit, and it looked, as soon as I saw him, I knew who he was without him even telling me. So that's why he hit a home run with me, and just the fact that he made it with his own two hands. And I'm not to him, I said, "You're the best one here."
He deserves a round of applause.
I don't know, maybe he's listening. He should have won, but I know he didn't. Because some pan flute playing wackadoo from some Japanimation show.
There you go. From your words to the red carpet at the cosplay. So the next day, I went down to beautiful Mohegan Sun.
Back to back.
All right, back-to-back ComiCons. Now, this one was the TerrfiCON. I've never gone to the TerrfiCON before.
That's terrific.
And it was unbelievable. And, of course, there was only one reason I went down to this ComiCon.
Here we go.
And there was the first lady of Back to the Future, Miss Lea Thompson, my favorite actress of all time, was there.
TC and Leah sitting in a tree. KISSING.
So I went up and I go, and she's looking at me. She goes, "I know you."
I know you.
And I go, "Yes, you do." And I told her my name, and she goes, "TC." Came around, big hug, little peck on the cheek. She
just not thumbing through like what are those restraining orders she's got in a binder?
R.
I know you. Wait a minute.
Restani. Oh yeah,
You're not in here.
Yeah, you followed me on Broadway back 20-odd years ago. You were there every weekend.
This Glenn is in here.
Glenn would definitely be in there. And I gave her a show T-shirt, and there's the picture on the screen right now of her holding it up. And I said, if you're ever in the Boston area, she goes, "Count me in. I will be a guest on your show."
Really?
So Fan Expo.
We got to hold it to that.
Book her next year, and we will have her on After Hours at TC. I told her she's the bucket list of bucket list guests.
Wow, I wonder if she would do it.
She told me she would.
We'll take her to dinner at Mexico Lindo or Turner's or something.
Wherever.
Or the Kowloon.
Peter Wu. I think she's more of a Peter Wu gal.
You think so, huh?
I think so.
The ride alone would scare her for that.
But Sergeant Slaughter was there.
Oh.
The Sarge. We had to salute him. And I was
He's one of the best. What's his real name?
Bob Remos.
Bob Remos.
I was chatting it up with him about the old ring rats that used to be around in Boston. I told him, I said, when I was a kid, I used to hang around the Boston Garden because I had friends that worked there. We used to get in there all the time early. And I saw these groupie fans that used to sit on the staircase near the dressing room, and he started laughing. I go, as I went there more often, I was smartened up that they were the ring rats, the groupies. And I go, yeah, Sarge, do you remember a gal by the name of Slippers? And he just went, Slippers used to take all the boys to Chinatown, but we also used to go to a Greek place because they had great lemon soup.
Wow.
So do you remember a Greek place in Chinatown that had great lemon soup?
Chinatown, no.
Well, back in the
They are known for their lemon soups. Very clean flavored soup.
Oh well, back
It's
in
delicious.
the mid 1980s, that's where Slippers used to take all the wrestlers.
So Slippers wasn't.
I don't want to go into their personal experiences there, but she was the queen ring rat, so obviously.
And she just took them to a restaurant?
They always used to go to Chinatown after the shows.
You sure they did she took me to Chinatown? You sure there's like an entendre for something
No, because he was
else?
actually saying, because we used to go to this restaurant. It was on the second floor. It was a Chinese restaurant on the bottom and a Greek one on top, and we used to get lemon soup. It was great.
Remember the night that chick took you to Chinatown, Quincy? I saw.
So.
I don't think he remembers. I think you're too much sake that night,
maybe,
from what I heard.
maybe.
They may have spiked your milk. But yeah, good old Sarge was there. It was good to see him. I haven't seen him in a couple of years. Actually, the last time I saw Sergeant Slaughter, remember when Bull was first defending his barbecue title?
Yes.
And we had all these celebrity endorsements.
Yeah.
Remember Sarge gave him a pep talk?
Oh, that's right.
So that was back, oh my God, that's going to be over 12 years ago.
Easily.
So, but the Sarge looked great. And Elvis's ex was there, Priscilla Presley.
Really? In
Right.
Connecticut, huh?
In Connecticut.
Wow.
She's 80 years old now. When did he throw her to the curb?
I'm not good with dates, but it was probably like 74, 5 around there.
It was definitely before 77.
Yeah.
As we're recording this is the anniversary week.
49 years this
49
Sunday.
years. That means 49 years ago this week, I was on a ferry from Cape Cod to Martha's Vineyard.
That's where you got the news.
That's where I got the news. Everybody was crying on the ferry, and I was like, why is everybody crying? I was 7 years old, and my grandfather goes, Elvis died.
Yeah.
I go, but why is that guy crying over there?
It's funny. You should
He's
talk
the
about
king.
I saw the movie Epic, which is Elvis Presley in concert that Baz Luhrmann put out
Of course.
this past winter. I saw it in IMAX, and it was magnificent. Okay, but I felt a little lost because it was like, have you ever seen it? You must have seen something in IMAX, right?
I saw Superman Returns.
Okay, it's
And
big.
300.
It's big.
Right.
So the other day on Prime right now, if you're listening to this anytime in the future, it's a $6.99 deal. You can buy Epic, Elvis Presley in concert, and download it, and you can have it in your purchased. So I watched it on my regular flat screen TV last night.
Not the same.
No, I was blown away by it more. I could focus on the picture and everything. And granted, the sound wasn't quite the same, of course, because it's just I don't have a sound bar or anything like that. But just the fact that I could see it on a screen like that one there and just enjoy it, it was so much better than on the IMAX screen.
And you can pause and go to the bathroom.
And I'm just telling you right now, there's no doubt that this man was the king. I mean, he was just the greatest entertainer ever. This movie proves it.
Well, speaking of entertainment,
Yeah.
do you know what has made its debut on all the streaming services? You have to pay for it.
What?
One title, Peter.
Oh, Peter North?
The Peter North documentary. I mean,
I thought that was a joke, but no, that's
no,
real.
that's 100% real.
Now that you're going to buy, right?
No, I'm going to wait for Glenn.
He's smiling.
No. Glenn is going to give me the passcode to that because I'm not paying for
He's
the
got all the passcodes to the dirty
But
movies.
What is he talking about? The documentary is an hour and a half. What could Peter North... I mean, the man's a legend in the adult entertainment industry, but I'm saying, but what is he going to talk about for an hour and a half?
You got me on that one. I don't know.
Quincy, are you a big fan of Peter North?
Okay, I can't say I hate his material, so yeah.
You heard of him?
The man could throw ropes longer than anybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Then okay, he knows how to throw ropes.
He does.
Then I'm a fan of his.
Okay, you're a
But
fan. All right.
What if we need a rope thrown? Okay, that's good.
Maybe like Spider-Man?
Spider-Man, Nobody knows who you are. Of course, yeah. Who didn't like Spider-Man?
I don't know. Venom.
There you go.
I like how you always go to the Electric Company version of Spider-Man. Because that was the theme song for Nobody Knows Who You Are.
You know, maybe for the Thanksgiving night before, when we usually have the movies down here, we'll watch the Peter North documentary.
I'm going to stay home that night. I want to be able to eat my dinner the next day.
All right, Quincy.
We're watching Nighthawks.
We are watching Nighthawks. Well, Jamie Gillis was in it.
That's fine.
He may have thrown ropes with them in a few movies.
He didn't. He knew his place in the world.
Oh, my goodness. You know, look, choked up over here.
He's Richard Christie's favorite male performer.
Who's Richard Christie?
He's on the Howard Stern show.
Oh.
Well, Peter North's my favorite. Shoots ropes and everything. That's how he talks.
Is that what he does?
Oh, yeah.
You know what Peter North's real name is?
Jack White.
No.
What?
Close. Here's a color. Alden Brown.
Alden Brown.
He's from Nova
I
Scotia,
thought it was
Canada.
Matt Ramsey, or is that his
No,
other
that was
alias?
his other alias.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's in the documentary.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was fascinated by that when I saw that. It was advertised everywhere. So
Did Chip just take his own lamp with him?
no, that's a project that he's doing for a Halloween
I
thing.
thought like he brought his own lamp.
No,
with
he did
him.
not bring down his own lamp
I
down
thought
here.
that's pretty cool. I mean, I like little
Well, we
nuances.
are approaching the Halloween season, you know.
That was interesting. I just said,
It was interesting. But yeah, I had a great time down at TerrfiCON. It's always a pleasure meeting Lea Thompson.
course.
I've had a thing for her since I
Now,
was
what was
12.
what was her line like?
It was decent.
Yeah.
And but she only came around and gave a hug to only one person.
That's
and the
nice.
person I was with was like, well, I'm his friend, you know.
Yeah.
And you ain't getting no love. And hopefully she'll be wearing the shirt, you know. And who knows? You know, we'll have her on the program somewhere down the line. It was great. Who else was there? You know who else was there?
Who?
Barry Gordon. You know who Barry Gordon
I
is?
should know.
Barry Gordon. Remember the TV show Fish with Abe Vigoda?
Yeah.
Remember it was all about he was taking like homeless kids and whatnot.
Him and Bernice.
And Bernice. But remember the guy who was the social worker, the guy with the glasses, the real nerdy looking guy?
Yeah.
He was there. That guy's line was 10 miles long.
What else has he done then?
I guess he does a lot of anime voices now and Ninja Turtles.
anime.
But he also did a couple of the voices on the Snorks. Remember the Snorks?
No.
Come along with the
Oh,
Snooks.
Jesus.
I knew he would know. But I went up to say hi to him, and I said, I thought you were great in the besides that, in the 1987 Hal Needham classic Body Slam, starring Roddy Piper, Dirk Benedict, and Captain Louis Albano.
What do you say?
He goes, oh, a lot of people come up and ask me about that. I will love it. You know, it's great. People enjoy it.
I got to look this mook up. Let me see.
Barry Gordon.
Barry Gordon.
Barry Gordon, born right here in Brookline, Massachusetts.
Really?
Yep. But he was a child actor. I guess he was on a lot of TV shows like Leave It to Beaver and all that other stuff. Barry Gordon. You looking him up over there?
I like Barry Gordy.
No, not Barry Gordon.
Gordon. There we go.
Barry Gordon.
American. Oh my God! Yeah, he
You
was
know
a
that
great
dude.
actor. He was on an episode of The Incredible Hulk.
The guy's been on a million things.
Yeah, he was. What was his name? Chopper. He was Chopper on Leave It to Beaver.
He was Chopper on Leave It
Yeah.
to Beaver.
Yeah, he was a good little actor.
But he had a hell of a long line. I was like, all right, this guy's a great character actor. But I asked all the people, because mostly young people in his line, and I'm going, well, you know, he goes, oh, he did the voice of this character and that character and that character. Those are the ones who had the huge lines, are all the people who do the animation voices. People don't care about actors or actresses anymore.
No, they really don't.
They want to meet all these people from like all these anime shows.
He was Donatello in Bebop, original voice in the 1987 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. You know, it's funny. Around the time I started collecting comic books, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were popular, and I just never got it.
What was it, like 86 or something?
Yeah,
84,
right
85,
around that
somewhere in
time. I just never got it.
there? I've never been into comic books, ever.
That one though is like if you bought those first issues.
Weren't
with
they
the
black and white?
Yeah, you can retire.
You can go in line and get an autograph from Barry Gordon, is
Yeah.
what you're saying?
Yeah, no one's gonna buy the ones I have, but they'll buy that one if you got it. Yeah, he played Chopper on Leave It to Beaver.
What was the character he played on Body Slam?
Let's see.
That came out in 1987. Hal Needham. Do you know who Hal Needham is, Quincy? If you don't know who Hal Needham is, you're not on this program ever again.
You'll have to give me a clue.
I've heard of him. He only directed 2 of your favorite movies of all time.
And I got a lot of favorite movies.
Hooper and Smokey and the Bandit.
and How Smokey and the Bandit.
He played Sheldon Brockman.
That's right.
Also featured Billy Body, Tanya Roberts, John Aston was in that movie.
Charles Nelson Riley.
Ric Flair was even in it, huh?
But Bruno Sam. Oh, actually, there's a lot of history about that. You want to know the history?
Of what? Of Ric Flair?
What happened to Bruno Sammartino was one of the reasons he got canned from the WWF.
Charlie Cheswick was in it too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He played Shapiro.
Okay.
So tell me about Bruno Sammartino.
All right. At the end of the movie, the plot of the movie was Roddy Piper and the Tama. Remember he was with Haku's tag team partner in the Islanders?
Yeah.
They were a tag team, and they were going against Captain Lou's Animals or whatever the hell their name was. And at the main event, they were doing the rock and wrestling thing. Yeah, you know, Dirk Benedict managed not only Roddy Piper and the Tonka Kid, but he managed this band called Kick. And Kick was playing in the ring. And before they introduced the concert, they introduced this luminaries of wrestlers.
Yeah.
And one of them was Ric Flair. He was announced as the NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, okay.
And then it was Cheek Adnan LKC,
Yep.
Freddie Blassie,
Yep, he's
and
there.
Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah.
Now, Bruno Sammartino at that point in time was a color commentator
Right.
with Vince McMahon and Jesse Ventura. And Vince McMahon never acknowledged the competition back in those days. So Ric Flair, as NWA World Heavyweight Champion, sitting right next to one of the lead commentators on his number one syndicated show on Saturday mornings was a no-no, because I don't think Bruno got permission from Vince to do it. So he had an uproar, and that was one of the reasons why Bruno was let go.
So it's okay to make brown on a young lady's head, but Bruno can't sit next to
And
Ric
Fred
Flair?
Blassie got a pass because he's Fred Blassie.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's one of the reasons Bruno got canned, because he
Vince
did
McMahon is so twisted.
because he did a cameo in Body Slam.
Yeah. You know who else was in Body Slam?
No, who else?
My buddy, Charles Nelson Riley.
I just said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I wasn't listening. I'm going through the pictures here.
Poor Tanya Roberts. She died. Poor Tanya Roberts.
Yeah, she's dead.
She was probably my second favorite angel.
Yeah, she died 5 years ago.
Something like that. But she was my second favorite angel on Charlie's Angels.
Who was your first?
Come on.
Oh, Jacqueline Smith.
Jacqueline Smith. She's got a book coming out. She's doing a book tour.
What's it going to be about?
I don't care. If she comes around here, I'm definitely going to go meet
I was
her.
going to say, you're not going to read the book. You're just going to get
I'm just going to
something.
get her autograph.
I'm sorry, you have to buy the book.
What's going on?
I'm waving at a fan in the window over there.
Is it a real
Even
thing?
though on the penthouse, on the thing. Look,
Oh, that's just
that's right. How did she get in the penthouse window? Oh, that's right. There's a balcony out there. I forgot about that.
She came up that window cleaner thing, the pulley system.
You ever see the movie with, speaking of Daisy Ridley was in a movie called Cleaner?
No, I've only seen her in one movie.
What, that, just the Star Wars one?
Yeah.
You're not a fan, are you?
No, not really. I mean, I am, but I ain't going to,
You're not going to go gaga over?
She's a lovely young lady, but,
She's on the top of my list.
I'm sure she is.
She is.
They're all on the top of your list. They're fighting. They're teetering. They're all like on the flagpole trying to knock each other off.
I would give her a T-shirt if she wanted one. Off my back. Yeah. Hey, hint, hint.
She's a very lovely young
She's
girl.
very attractive.
Yeah.
She's, oh, my God.
Boy, he's a little very smitten. You got all flushed there.
I
for a
did get
second.
all flushed for a second.
Jesus.
It's, well,
This guy-
it's the summertime, you know. You have anything to add to this conversation, Briscoe? You're just sitting over there woofing down your Diet Coke. No milk, no water.
Oh, I had milk earlier.
Right.
This is water.
Oh, it's water in the Diet Coke can.
Frosty cold water.
Frosty cold water. Is that what happens when
You still drinking Coke?
Frosty the Snowman melts?
Waving at the
Are
fan.
you still drinking Coca-Cola?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, once in a while if I'm in the mood for a Coke, yeah. Then,
They kind of turned on your buddy there.
Who's his buddy?
Well, apparently, if you go to Coca-Cola's website, you can go into this program they have, and you can manipulate a can of Coke to say Quincy is king,
Oh, really?
TC is king. Well, somebody tried to put Jesus as king, and it won't let you do that.
What about Elvis?
But it will let you do Muhammad is king.
Muhammad Ali?
No, Muhammad.
Oh, Muhammad. Oh.
Allah is king and all that. So Big uproar in the Coca-Cola world. A lot of people boycotting and everything.
Well, I don't drink.
They say it was a computer glitch.
Sure it was.
But who knows?
I don't drink Coca-Cola anyway.
But I have to think it had to have been. I mean, why would they go out of their way to purposely isolate that one name and make it? Because there's young people out there that have that name.
Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. They don't call him Jesus, they call him Jesus.
So Bittman likes a nice cold Coca-Cola once in a while. I'm not going to call for a boycott of the product. So there's other things you can boycott right now, and that ain't going to be one of them. Boycott that smug jerk in New York, that mayor. I don't like his smile.
What's his name?
Mamdani.
Mamdani.
He puts that big Cheshire Cat's grin on his face, and he like to give him a good slap.
See, I don't care about politics. I
I don't either, but
follow it.
I don't like the man's smile. I'm sick of seeing that face.
Why don't you go down there and smack
I want
him?
to dip my hand in like really thick water and give him a good slap across the face.
Why thick water?
Because it's just like, you ever see that water that's thicker than regular water?
No.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, remember that water?
I'll take your word for it.
Have you heard that water that's kind of thicker than regular water?
Well, mud.
Mud. There you go.
I was waiting for him to say, I heard about it.
I gotta have some fun
If
with
there
this.
was a thick water, I would use it to slap him across the face.
Okay, well, I thought when you were doing the hand thing, you were going to do the thing like they did in those Van Damme movies where they dipped their hand in glue and put glass on it, when there was
Oh.
when they're fighting in the Kumite.
I mean, I don't like them, but
No, sorry, that wasn't that. That was kickboxer.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, that sounds more like kickboxing.
I gotta have some fun with this.
Oh, go
Okay,
ahead.
go.
Love is higher than the mountain. Love is thicker than water. You just reminded me.
Very good. I like that. To triggered that memory.
Well,
You're
That's,
a human jukebox over here, Quinn.
That's Andy Gibb.
that's right.
Yeah.
You know who he was tagging for a while?
Victoria Principal.
Oh, man.
Lucky.
Beyond lucky. That's like, forget when the oil wells on Dallas. I would like to drill her. To this
I
day.
was always a Lucy gal. What can I say?
That's right. You liked what's her face?
Oh, little hot spitfire.
What was her name?
Charlene Tilton.
Charlene Tilton.
Real bitchy. She'd screw you over in a minute, but she'd just leave you begging for more.
Because everyone, when I was in like elementary school and whatnot, because the Friday night big thing was the Dukes of Hazzard,
Yeah.
which we have to make. Let's bow our heads. Ben Jones, who played Cooter, passed away at 85 years of age. The man, he was an icon in the Dukes of Hazzard world because he kept the fandom alive because he opened up those little Cooter side, roadside stops and had like Duke memorabilia and whatnot. I've never met the man. I was very upset when Cooter died.
That was recently.
It was only like about a week or so ago.
Did you hear how he died?
He had a heart attack in his chair watching football.
Well, his wife had made him dinner.
Well, baseball, I should say.
He was sitting down with his meal, ready to watch the Atlanta Braves take on the New York Yankees. Gone.
Gone like that. Making his way
just never
the
know.
only way he knows
I
how.
think say, in the world today takes everything you got.
Wrong show.
Yeah.
What were we talking about before about the Dukes of Hazzard?
He was talking about Andy Gibb.
I was talking about. Oh, sorry.
And Charlene Tilton.
All right, yeah. Getting back to it. On Friday nights, everybody watched the Dukes of Hazzard. Everybody had a thing for Daisy Duke. Very attractive girl. I'm not saying she wasn't.
No. She's
But to
beautiful
me,
legs.
Victoria Principal was my Friday night fox. All right? She totally blew away Catherine Bach. 100%. And then when someone told me she was in Playboy, man, she had Bobby Benton nipples, if you know what I'm
Really?
talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
The big fluffy ones.
Yeah.
And she was in there, she had that really bad afro in Earthquake. Remember
Yes,
that?
I love that. I just watched that recently.
Really?
Yeah, with Marjo Gortner, one of my favorite actors of all time.
Who?
Marjo Gortner.
Who's that?
He was the National Guard guy. You fellas stealing?
Oh, the guy
all
went
down.
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, I know who you're talking about. Sure. He was into muscle building and whatnot.
Great documentary. I think I mentioned a few episodes ago called Marjo on Tubi.
Now, where were you watching Earthquake? Where was that streaming?
I think it was on. It was on Turner Classics.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They were doing disaster movies one night.
What's your favorite disaster movie?
Earthquake is definitely up there, but I am a Towering Inferno fan.
Okay, great movie.
Yeah, I love the Towering Inferno, and I love the whole mystique behind the rivalry of McQueen and Newman. That whole backstory there, and it was very interesting.
Why don't you give us a little 411 on their rivalry?
Well, apparently, Steve McQueen insisted that if you could look this up or study it, word for word, they had the exact same amount of words in the script.
Really?
If Newman added a word, McQueen had to add a word. There had to be 100% equal amount of words spoken by the both.
It's kind of like that scene in Casino, an equal amount of blueberries.
Exactly. Do you know how long it's going to take? And then they say when the movie comes on, they had to put the names so it didn't look like one was higher than another and all that. So it's just this whole thing. They remained respectful to each other, but they were not good friends, which I find kind of like, what's the deal? McQueen kind of had an edge. I like Steve McQueen, don't get me wrong, phenomenal actor, but he seemed to really get pissed off real easily.
If I had a choice of which the two would be my favorite out of the two, it's Paul Newman.
Yeah, Paul Newman really, I mean, his body work, just for Cool Hand Luke alone, one of my favorite films of all time.
And the fact that he flipped us the bird.
That's right.
In the summer of 2000.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, a lot of people were like, we were waiting for his autograph,
Yep.
and he came by and he just, he had that Luke smile.
Yeah.
And he gave us the finger.
He was in his eyeballing seat.
And you know what? Everybody was pissed off. I'm going, this is a way better story.
Yeah.
I mean, we got flipped off by Paul Newman.
Yeah.
Cool Hand Luke gave us the bird.
If you had a video of that like you have now, everything's filmed,
Right.
that'd be great.
Oh, man, that would have been viral and whatnot. Cool Hand Luke flipped us off with his cool hand.
Yep.
So, so you like Towering Inferno?
Yes. I mean, for disaster films, yeah.
John Williams did the music for that.
Yeah, he did. That's right.
And that was an Irwin Allen production.
I liked it. I like that movie. But Earthquake is good, though. I do like Earthquake.
I saw The Towering Inferno in came out in 74, but I saw it down at the Granada Theater in Malden for like 50 cents one day with my dad.
Yeah.
And it was probably 1978 or 79 they were running it. I didn't realize how long that movie was.
Yeah, that's a long movie.
But it was great. And Brady Bunch connection, Bobby Brady was in it.
That's right.
Remember that?
Yeah.
But I have to say, my favorite disaster movie, which I also saw at Granada, not when it came out because I was only a year old, The Poseidon Adventure.
Oh, and I should have said that. I sometimes forget. Is that an Irwin Allen?
It was. That was 2 years
right.
prior because The Poseidon Adventure made a boatload of money.
Yeah.
So he became...
No pun intended.
He became... no pun intended. So he became the disaster movie producer and director. So follow-up from The Poseidon Adventure was Towering Inferno.
Nice.
And both movies classics. John Williams did the magic score for those movies. And but the only reason I like Poseidon Adventure better, it was a lot shorter.
Yeah, Towering Inferno is a long film.
But it's one of those movies you can sit down and relax in front of it.
Yeah.
And I enjoy. You know what? This weekend I may watch The Towering Inferno.
You should.
I mean, it was great. I mean, for the special effects at the time, for 1974. I mean, that's 3 years before Star Wars. You believe that building was on fire.
Absolutely.
But I didn't know that they have the rivalry between McQueen and Newman, and they had to have the same amount of dialogue.
Now, you saw me fumfering around with my
I
phone.
saw you thumping around with the phone. I thought you were looking for Victoria Principal pictures or
No,
something.
I do have, and it's kind of on the theme of, you got Irwin Allen. Who else is great produces Golden Globus?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so
Chuck
this
Norris'
weekend-
favorite producers.
This weekend, I was feeling a little nostalgic, so I queued up Invasion USA. Okay? And now I watched
Speaking of
it.
Chuck Norris,
Okay, now, this is the twisted mind of Ricky Bittman, okay?
we know it's very twisted.
So in the middle of watching this movie, I paused it, and I turned on my Google AI, and I asked Google AI to review the movie Invasion USA. No, write a scathing review of the movie Invasion USA as a very openly flamboyant film critic.
You really have no.
I'm telling you, I went in another direction. Now, then I took some of that dialogue, pasted into my little app where Arnold Schwarzenegger talks. Would you like to hear this?
You know what? The whole world needs to hear this.
I'm telling this. I laughed so hard at this. I think Tosh Dutch is going to take me to the hospital. Let's see if this works.
Darlings, pour yourself something sparkling because we need to talk about Invasion US. A 1,985 cinematic fever dream that is, without a doubt, the most aggressively heterosexual piece of propaganda ever committed to celluloid, which, of course, makes it absolutely hilarious. First of all, let's talk about our leading lady, Chuck Norris. Honey, the styling. He spends the entire movie clad in head-to-toe, skin-tight denim. It is less military operative and more cruising at a leather bar at...
That was it. That's all it could take.
That's all I can think. Well,
But you got to start trying that. Get Google to write you some reviews. I did have Google write a review of Ricky Bittman's Jukebox, a scathing negative review, and I actually hurt my feelings. I felt really bad. It was hilarious.
For those of you out there who maybe want to invite Ricky Bittman to something to get him out of the house, follow the information that's on the screen right now. Help Ricky Bittman get away from AI.
Oh, I was dying though. You had to hit the things they said about my precious jukebox. It was.
Was it an Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice?
Well, no. I read it. It hurt me so much that I didn't even want to hear Arnold say anything negative. So I read it, and I'm like, oh, this thing, and it really hit home. They even commented on like the audio quality. Like, it's like, where did they get that?
Well, you did record it on your iPhone.
Yeah, but still, I mean, how did they know that?
It's called Google.
Yeah, but how did they know that?
Algorithms.
I guess, but it really bothered me.
Okay, well, you shouldn't involve alcohol in this as well.
No, it bothered me, but at the same time, I know it was hilarious. But I'm like, damn, that took me someplace there. Took me another direction. Like I could have it write a review of him.
Please do.
I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. Him and his milk.
You're very popular.
Well, thank you.
Getting through my earpiece right now. We're going to have to go to another big time commercial break. And we come back, we're going to be wrapping up the show.
Guests of After Hours stay at the luxurious Reno's Good Time Inn on Old Route 393. Home of the world-famous Chicken Fimba Buffet. Reno's Good Time Inn, a proud sponsor of After Hours with TC Restani.
Alrighty, welcome back from that big time commercial break. If you want to be a guest on this program, you will be staying at Reno's Good Time Inn, home of the world famous Chicken Fimba Buffet on Route Old 393. We got a next TV taping coming up in a few weeks.
What's the date?
Well, you know the date. I'm not going to say it on the air right now.
I want to say I'm not available just to watch.
Well, you're available.
Just to watch them go off. It's on my calendar.
I already talked to Tosh. You're available.
She doesn't know anything.
Well, I want to talk about what we're going to have on that program. I can't let the cat out of the bag. All right. But we'll be having on a guest. I'm going to have my name on an item.
An item.
An item. I don't want to jinx it right now.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be something real.
I don't even know about this.
You don't know about this, and neither does.
Oh, it's a deal you broke it on your own, huh?
Because I want it to happen. So, well, not for you, for me, because she always does these things for you and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, not for you, for Tosh. She does it for Tosh.
Well, good God forbid she should do it for me.
No. All right. Well, you know what?
He's so ruffled right now.
I am ruffled.
Just like the shirt you're wearing under that cheap tuxedo suit.
Hold on, let me look. It's not a cheap shirt. Did I tell you I gave Lea Thompson a shirt?
Yeah, you did.
I did. There's a picture on the screen again.
She could ruin a man if he was lucky.
She could ruin me if she wants.
That's what I just said. Benny Hill, famous line.
Really?
She could ruin a man.
Well,
if
on
he
the
was
next
lucky.
show, we're going to be having on someone, and Restani, the name Restani, is going to be going up not only in lights.
Is this the only guest? Because I'm telling you right now,
it's
very
not,
thin.
It's not the only guest.
Okay.
You'll like this. You will like this. Your taste buds. Oh, I almost gave it away. Your taste buds may like this. All right.
Spaghetti sauce.
It is a liquid. I'll give you that much. It is
Thick water.
Yes, you found out. That's why I didn't want to talk about the thick water before. You guessed it. It's Restani thick water, ladies and
Milk. It's
gentlemen.
Restani's own milk from his own dairy farm.
Forget about Polar. Forget about any Fiji water. Yes, Restani thick water.
Restani swill.
You guessed it. It's sweat from my jacket, fermented,
Wrung out.
into a nice clear bottle.
Would you drink that for $100? His sweat.
Nah.
Nice.
Whose sweat would you drink for $100? Can't play
I don't wanna
favorites.
Talk about that right
Why
now.
not?
He's the only sober voice here tonight.
And I don't even drink yet.
How disgusting would that be, huh?
You are whose sweat would you guzzle? I have too many people.
Yeah, I really can't.
There's too much.
I love Giada, but I don't think I'd want to guzzle her sweat.
You're going to Vegas to her restaurant.
Yeah, in December.
What if she had sweat souffle?
I'd say, are you fucking crazy? Sorry.
You wouldn't eat it?
No.
Yeah, you would.
No, I would. Listen, go take a look at that menu at a restaurant, and you tell me if you would eat a sweat dish after looking at that menu.
Well, it came from her. She's
They do one of those things with a big giant, I can't they call it cashew pepe or something. It's a big hollowed out wheel of cheese, right? And they cook the spaghetti right in it. And it's.
But she's one of your all-time favorites.
I don't want to drink her sweat, though.
Okay.
She could spit in my mouth. That's sexy.
On that note, wrap up the show, Quince. As he swills some liquid.
Well, we want to thank you for watching another most interesting episode.
It was most interesting, yes.
So we hope to see you again soon. So remember, please, though, don't drink and drive, especially this time of year, because what is it? Labor Day's coming up, so you got to watch out for all the crazy drivers.
You got to watch out for those crazy Labor Day drivers, definitely.
And remember, we never close.
Shout out to Ed Roberts. I forgot to mention earlier. Our buddy Ed Roberts from Facebook.
Ed Robert rules.
Ed Robert rules.